piece of paper. They're not. No.
So in dimensions they're not, in properties they're not when they're put together? Really? They're not?
No. Now when you're putting them together, they are no longer.
Oh
One second.
boy,
One second.
Smitty.
One second. Listen.
Muslims are not meant for philosophy.
Listen. Epiphanius, stop with the jokes. All right. Listen. When you're putting them back together, you're putting them back into the original state. Now they are no longer two halves of piece of paper. Do you understand? They are now one piece of paper that that has the full dimensions and now returns back to the original properties, which say original piece of paper. When they are ripped up, they are now multiple pieces of paper with different dimensions from the original piece of paper. Again, it's going to depend if we're speaking about them being ripped up or not being ripped up.
Let's get this clear, yeah. So you agree, in God there is no parts, correct? We don't believe
there's parts in God.
Okay, you agree we don't believe that either.
Yeah.
Okay, so and this goes back to the original question. What does it mean for something to be tritheist? Is it to identify three deities, beings, or individual substances?
Go ahead, Leafy.
Can I answer?
Go ahead.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah. So what it means to be a tritheist is to believe in three gods. That's what it means to be a tritheist.
No. Right? We don't believe in three gods, so thank God for that.
No, you do. Again,
one second. So you believe that the Father is God, that the Son is God, that the Holy Spirit is God, and that these three gods are not the one nature. One second.
Not three gods.
And that these three gods are not identical to each other.
Gods.
That means you believe in three gods.
Three gods. No.
So how many gods do you believe in? Okay, so correct me.
I'm gonna repeat it again.
Stop me when I'm wrong.
How many natures
step by step,
are there in the Godhead?
One second. Okay. One second. Step by step. Okay.
I'm going step by step. How many substances are there in the Godhead?
1 second. Okay. Let's go step by step. I'm one person, correct?
One person.
Just say yes. Just say yes or no. Yes or no.
Sure.
Yes or no.
So hold on.
Yes, I'm one person. 1 second. No, step by step. That's fine.
Can I finish? Because you're not saying it fully. You're one person who's composite, correct?
That's irrelevant. I'm one person. That's the point.
Whoa,
I'm one person.
Wait. Why is that irrelevant? Since it's contrary to.
It doesn't matter if I'm composite. It doesn't matter if I'm composite. It doesn't matter.
The
composition of God is irrelevant.
Individuals. Yeah.
Is irrelevant.
What do you mean individuals?
Listen. Epiphanius, the composition of the specific human is going to be irrelevant because we're speaking about what this composition or whether there's tritheism.
The composition is not irrelevant. The composition is not irrelevant because it goes back to the individuality of his substance. Leafy, are you one human substance or you're multiple human substance?
No. I meant one instantiation of that substance, but I'm one person.
Okay,
correct?
Are you one substance or multiple substance?
Bro, please, you're not letting me finish my point, bro. So I'm one person. You said you agree to that, correct? Now it's irrelevant my composition.
I agree. You're one person who has a unique substance that's not my substance nor any other substance of any other human being.
Exactly. So
wait. Why does it have a different substance? Why does it have a different substance?
One second. So you agree that me? One second, please. Okay.
So me.
One second. So Leafy, Suspected, and Epi are three persons who all share the same substance or human nature. All right.
No, we don't share.
And we're not identical. We
don't share the same substance. That's the whole point.
So,
we don't share.
Are we not humans? Do we not share the same human nature?
We are humans. That means we're identical. Yeah. To the conceptual universal of what it means to be human. Namely, you yourself.
That's called a human substance.
Are a human being.
That's the human universal.
That's the
human universal.
It's not the human universal. Since
it is the human universal.
No, it wouldn't, because then that would refer to a universal instantiation of the human nature. No,
I'm talking about a conceptual. No, you're wrong, bro. Epi. So I'm talking when I say human universal, I'm talking about a conceptual category of the
How
human.
many substances does a human being have?
One, human nature. That's it.
No. You don't have to. Is your soul immaterial or is it material?
Bro, what are you talking? Bro, you're jumping onto things that are completely irrelevant because you don't want to deal with my argument. It's so simple, bro. If I have Leafy, Suspected, and Epi, right? We are three humans. We share the same human nature. We're all humans. We are shared by humanity, but we are discernible because of our properties, right? So that makes us three.
And by the way, we're not identical to the human nature. We're not identical to the concept of human. You keep claiming that we don't believe we're identical to the concept of the human nature. We are particulars of the human nature, but we're not. But we're not identical to that.
We're particulars, and the human nature is a universal, which is what I'm trying to explain to you, and what you're still not understanding. Like 50 minutes later. right? So now when we apply the same, and you would agree with that, you would say yes, Leafy is one person, right? Leafy is one human being. Suspected is one human being, and I'm one human being, and we're not the same human being, right? Now, but when it comes to the Trinity, all of a sudden logic gets thrown out the window, and you don't want to count by identity anymore. So when I say that
Well,
the
there's
Father is
actually a
one
reason.
God, when I say the Father is one God, the Son is one God, the Spirit is one God, therefore you have three gods. You say, how's
Well,
that part? How does that lead to tritheism?
There's a reason
By
why.
counting.
Let's
There's a
quickly
reason.
jump in. Let's quickly
There's a
jump in.
reason why. It's
Yeah,
because,
let's quickly jump in.
do you know about the Aristotelian like Thomistic view of like individuation?
What exactly are you referring to?
Okay, so basically, right, the way in which Aristotle would say that like things are individuated, the reason why we're two humans is because although we both have the form of humanity, we're both made up of these different like clumps of matter, right? So you know about like hylomorphism, how things are composed of matter and form, right?
Okay, sure. Well, what's your point?
So the point is
You know
that
what's his point?
this
That is
wouldn't
the point.
follow in the case of this wouldn't follow
He
in the
didn't
case.
make a point yet.
No,
He
no,
didn't. Yeah, he didn't
I'm
make a
getting
point yet.
I'm getting to it because in order to explain, I don't know why you're laughing. In order to explain why there wouldn't be three gods in this case or three instances of deity, I have to explain why in the case of humans there would be multiple instances of deity. I mean, multiple instances of humanity, I should say, because we're we're humans are instantiated by their matter, whereas in God, God is not composite. He's not composed of matter and form, and he's not composed of supposite and nature. So there wouldn't be multiple supposits within a nature. Rather, the persons would be numerically one in their divinity, right? So there wouldn't be
No,
multiple.
but they're sharing the same instantiation, correct? The same divine
No.
nature, the same. They're sharing the same divine nature. Isn't that what you believe?
They share the same substance, not the same instantiation of the substance.
By substance, what do you mean? You mean divine nature,
He
correct?
said the nature.
Okay, repeat it. In God, the divine nature is the divine substance. In humanity, your personal human substance, namely your specific human body and your specific soul, is not the same as my specific soul and my specific body. Do you agree? They're completely
Again, so
distinct substances.
you're conflating two things. You're conflating between universals and particulars, and I've explained it to
No,
you
no, no.
already multiple times.
I'm going to make it clear. The substance. Do you agree? Substance is based upon material existence.
Substance
Correct?
is a
When you talk about
substance is a universal, not a particular. Same for
Okay,
humans.
so
Same for God.
so you don't have so you don't have a particular substance whereby you are a human being with an immaterial soul and material body. You don't believe that?
Do you understand what I'm saying? Do
Are
you
you going to
understand
answer
English,
the
bro?
question, or are you?
Yeah, I'm answering the question. So I do believe we have a substance, and that substance is a universal shared substance that all humans have. It's not a physical thing, it's a conceptual category. Okay? Likewise, for the Trinity, you believe that they share the same divine substance, the same divine nature, right? That divine nature, they all share it. And they're not identical. So that means that there are three instantiations of that divine substance. It's so simple. Why can't you understand? So counting by identity, you have three gods. Very simple.
Yeah. Notice that you didn't answer the question. Do you have a particular substance? You said no, and I said okay.
I
So a
said
particular
yes.
soul, a particular body. Okay, so why did you just say I don't have a particular substance? I'm identical to the universal substance. So you're a liar.
I didn't say
No,
that.
he's saying
I literally
he's a
said the
particular
opposite.
of the substance. He's a particular of the substance, but that
Oh
substance is
goodness
shared. You're not
gracious!
listening.
A particular. Okay, what's this universal substance? What does it look like?
It's
He just
conceptual,
told you
bro.
it's immaterial.
It's
He just said it's
conceptual.
immaterial, and you said,
I
"What does
said
it
it's
look like?"
conceptual like 5
Goodness,
times.
You just said it's immaterial. You're
describe it
asking,
for
"What does
me.
it look like?"
What's a human substance that's not a particular human substance?
Oh my god. Okay, so what's
What?
the
You didn't say
divine
that.
substance? Okay, so what's the divine substance? What does it look like? Like this is the level of stupidity that you're
Yeah, I know.
questioning. Like are you okay, bro?
Okay, it's not a level of
Bro.
stupidity since I can ascribe
What does the divine
physically
substance look like?
what a.
No, answer my question. What does the
Can I
divine
finish?
substance look like?
Can I finish?
Yeah,
Can I
answer the
finish?
question.
How
Answer the
it's a loaded question since it's not analogous. It's a loaded question
How's it not
because we're not.
analogous?
The reason why I'm answering. If you let me finish, you'll hear it. Is a human body perceivable by sense? Can you know what it looks like? Can you see a human body?
Yeah,
Yes,
but
you
those
can.
particular bodies
Okay,
don't
so
define. Don't
that's
say
not.
but those particular bodies aren't identical to the universal. Except when it comes to the persons, you're claiming the
What is
persons
the
are identical
universal
to
made
essence.
of? What's the material existence of the universal substance?
It's
What's it made of?
He
conceptual,
just
my
told you.
friend.
He just.
I told you it's
Goodness,
conceptual
He's not
5
in the
listening.
times.
concept. So imagine,
He's not
Squiddy.
listening.
I can't tell you. I can't tell you what a turtle is made of when I'm talking about the concept of a turtle. I can't tell you what it's made of, so I can't describe what it looks like, how it looks like, the size, the measurements. I can't describe any of that because I'm talking about what conceptually appears as. What's the relevance? That doesn't mean anything. Of course, I can still describe it.
There's a difference in a concept versus like the physical like properties which we can
Goodness
describe with our
gracious! So,
senses.
so when I talk about, if I were to ask you, what
Epi.
does my cat look like, and obviously you're not looking at a cat. If I were to ask you, what does my cat look like, based upon what you can conceive in your mind, you're telling me you can't give any physical descriptions of the cat?
No, that's not what you said.
No,
Now
no, no.
you're lying.
That's
That's not what you said.
no. You're conflating, bro. Bro. This is actually hilarious, right? So you're conflating categories of existence, right? So not everything that exists is physical. For example, numbers are abstract concepts. They're conceptual. They exist conceptually. The number one doesn't exist in reality. You're never gonna find the number one behind the tree, like the perfect number one. It doesn't exist, bro. All right. So when you ask me stupid questions like what does that look like? What is the conceptual made of? What does it look like? You're asking a dumb question, bro. You don't understand what conceptual means, right? Likewise, when I asked you and you dodged my question, what does the divine nature? What is the divine substance? What does
For
that
him, it's
look
a
like?
loaded
You don't
question,
want to answer
but
that
for you,
question.
it's not a loaded
Yeah,
question.
yeah. For me, it's a loaded question, but for you, it's not a loaded question. This just shows your hypocrisy,
loaded,
bro.
it's not
Like,
loaded.
be for real.
Ridiculous.
Like, be for real, bro. Be for real. Like, this is funny, bro. This is a joke.
What's funny is how brain dead Muslims are when it comes to philosophy. Notice what he said. He said it's a concept. Not everything's physical. Again, straw man. When did I argue think everything's physical? However, when we're talking about a physical existence and how we conceive physical, you're telling me you cannot describe, even in conception, what something looks like that has a physical reality. You're
When
saying
did I say I can't?
unless it's physically in your head, like let's say a tree. I can't. According to you, you can't even describe.
No, because you were asking for the description or like what it looks like regarding the concept itself.
Goodness.
Not one second.
So if I were to ask,
Wait. But not when it comes to a particular of that substance or concept. For example, you keep saying a tree or a cat. These are particularizations of the concept, like of the substance that he's talking about, right? It's not the same. He's not understanding that. Like, there's a difference between describing particulars of that concept, which we can physically perceive, versus the concept which is abstract, which is not to be physically perceived. It's very, very simple. And obviously, he didn't
imagine
say
if
everything.
I
Oh, and
say a tree
obviously,
has
no,
roots.
listen. And obviously, he
If
didn't say
I say a
everything is
tree
going.
has roots, am I describing the universal of a tree, or am I talking about a particular? Am I hearing chirps? What the heck? If I say a tree has branches, describing what a tree is, am I talking about the
Who are you asking?
universal tree or a
Who are
particular
you
tree?
asking?
I'm
Who are you
asking you
asking?
since you just said, oh, when
Oh.
you bring tree, you just said a tree is particular. Really? So if I say a tree has branches, what's particular to every
No.
single tree?
It's not any like. There's a difference when you're describing a particular tree versus when you're just
You
generally
just said
describing trees.
I didn't describe a particular tree. I just said a tree has branches.
When you give an example and you refer to Leafy and stuff like that
Can
and
you
said what
answer
he
the
has and
question?
stuff.
When I
One
say a
second.
tree has branches, is that a particular tree?
When you said what he has and this kind of thing, you were
Can you
describing
answer
a
my
particular
question, dude?
human. Yes.
Okay, so you didn't answer it the whole time. I let you just spew on
Go
about a
ahead.
particular
What's your
human. I just
question?
asked you, since I'm literally responding to what you were just spewing out of your mouth in ignorance. You just said if I talk about a tree, a particular tree, woo, but I didn't specify particularity to a tree. I simply said if obviously I'm identifying the universal of a tree, just like I'm identifying the universal of a human substance, according to what you guys call a universal human substance. I don't believe substance is universal for human beings. That's nonsense. Since nothing about human substance is universal. Since last time I checked, unless you actually think that, you think flesh and your particular soul, your
It
particular
seems that
flesh
you
and your
want listen.
particular
You
soul
want listening to how he defines
are.
substance. That's the
I'm
issue.
not
We
even
don't
done
listen to how he
talking, and
defines
yet
substance.
you're the one that says you don't understand. I don't understand what you're. You have no clue what I'm
Yeah,
talking about. That's why you can't respond to what I actually asked you.
You don't understand. You don't. I
That's
can
why
respond. Ask it.
that's
You
that's
ask it. I
exact.
didn't respond.
So
To repeat your question.
how am I gonna ask? How am I gonna ask him when I already asked the question? You didn't answer it.
I asked the question. Go ahead. I clarified to your misunderstanding. If you want to keep asking the same question,
Okay,
ask
I'm
it
gonna
again. Go
repeat.
ahead. I'll
Okay,
explain to you.
so you admit you didn't answer it. When I say a tree has branches, is that a particular tree that I'm describing?
No, you're not describing a particular tree. However, you're describing what a
So
particular
I
tree.
can
One second.
describe the physicality of what a tree has. Okay,
I didn't finish. He asked me a question. I didn't finish. Right? When you
let's
say
hear. I mean,
yes, you're
that's
referring.
simple.
You're
Yes or
referring to.
no?
Wait. Yeah, okay, when you ask that question, okay, you are asking what a particular tree would look like. For example, you say
No,
a
that's
tree.
not what I
One
asked.
second, wait, no, then wait. I'm saying that's the
I said if I
entailment of your
say a
question.
tree has
Wait,
branches, am I
bro, oh
describing
my
a
god, this guy.
particular tree?
Bro,
Leafy, I can't. This guy
bro,
asked me. He said, "You keep
bro.
don't answer my question. You ask me this question. Answer my question." Then he interrupts me when I'm asking the question. Like,
Squiddy, maybe if I ask you the question, I might actually get the answer. If
yeah,
I say a tree
yeah,
has
okay, oh yeah,
branches, I'm giving a
ask the
physical
guy that's on your side
description
in the
for
debate.
a
Like, what?
tree.
Like,
Is that
obviously
a
we're
One at a
disagreeing with
time.
the
particular tree,
concept.
as if there's no tree that lacks branches?
Shut up. Right. Squiddy, what do you want to say?
I was just waiting to answer Agatho's question.
Yeah,
Alright,
I'm trying to answer. I keep getting interrupted. So when
Yeah,
he
that's
so
says
what's
a
the
tree would have
what?
one second,
Yeah, go ahead.
one second,
Suspect, go ahead.
a tree has written stuff like this, right? There's a difference between the concept, okay, or the universal, whatever it is, or what a particular of that universal would be. When you're asking me that question entails a particular of like the concept of the tree, okay? When you say
Give me
like
the concept of what a tree is.
yeah, the concept, like again, it's depending on the particulars as we define them, because the
No, the universal
because
concept does not
it's
depend on
gonna
the
once again, it's
particular.
universal. It is because
No, a
if the
universal does
particulars
not
one
rely on
second,
the particulars.
is
Particulars rely upon the
it is
universal. No, it doesn't.
again they're codependent on each other, right? So it's still the same thing because
Oh
they're
boy,
defined with each other.
yeah,
One
it's
second,
so codependent.
they're defined based on each other, right? For example, the particular can't be
So
different to the
can
universal.
you
The
show me a
universal can't be
particular
different to the particular.
unicorn? Can you show me a particular unicorn?
I don't have to show it to you. To like, I can draw one. I can draw a
Okay,
unicorn for you.
can you
It's
describe
conceptually possible. It's
describe a
conceptually
particular
possible.
unicorn for me?
Yeah, a horse with wings
Yeah.
and a horn on its head. There you go.
Wait, how do you know it's a horse?
Listen,
Because that's the
particulars
concept.
don't require. Once
That's the
again,
concept.
Who
this
defined
guy
that? Who
thinks
defined that as the concept?
this once
No,
again,
so
this guy
he said it's
thinks.
with wings.
Listen,
Nope.
listen. This guy thinks that like for you to like perceive of particulars, or if you to define particulars, they have to exist in reality. That's not true. Hypotheticals can contain particulars, right? For example, like I can say in the story or like whatever in Harry Potter or something, what like a griffin, like or whatever mythical creature, that's a particular of the concept of a griffin. Whether or not it exists in reality is irrelevant. You understand?
It's a completely
Um,
separate question.
yeah,
Like a completely different.
yeah.
Again, you're conflating categories of existence, my friend, and that's what I've been telling you from the start, and you still don't understand the difference. So I would say,
Something could exist and or not exist, but it can still be a particular of a universal that we're defining
like
hypothetically.
like for example, you can have something like the only things that don't exist conceptually are contradictions. Like a married bachelor conceptually doesn't exist because it's an impossibility, or a squared circle conceptually doesn't exist because it doesn't refer to anything. Those concepts in and of themselves are an impossibility. But you can have things that are absurd, like like unicorns or mythical creatures or Bigfoot or whatever. Is that there's no logical contradiction in Bigfoot or a unicorn, so it's conceptually possible to exist, right? But that doesn't mean it actually exists in reality. Again, you just don't understand basic philosophy. That's the issue.
Neither does it mean that to particularize it, it has to actually exist either.
Yeah.
Okay, so I challenge you just like I challenge Muhammad's prophethood. When did I say that in order for something to
What?
be particular,
How?
it has to actually exist?
What? What did he just say?
He says he challenges us like he challenged Muhammad's prophethood.
Like what are these like side like like trying to like hack
Are
debate?
you able to actually answer the question, or are you just going to jump because you can't answer?
No, but you're the one making these side comments as if it means anything. Like
And
trying to give these like
you guys
cute
make
little red
side comments
herrings.
irrelevant to my point
Yeah,
multiple
bro.
times. So
No,
If it wasn't funny, continue.
but you know what you just said. No, but you know what you just said.
I know what
That
I
is like
said, and
completely
I can
irrelevant.
repeat what I said. Can you answer the
Yeah,
question that I asked?
it's completely irrelevant to the discussion that
And
we
half
both
the stuff
agreed.
that you say is irrelevant,
Yeah,
and
but
yet I
but we
still
don't agree with
respond.
that. No, but
So
we
can
don't
you
agree
answer?
with it. It's irrelevant. You said something that was
I
clearly
could
meant
care
to be
less whether or not you
rhetorical.
agree with it's irrelevant. Are you
Yeah,
going to answer the question?
it does matter because you're just trying to make
Are you
do
going
this
to
rhetoric
answer
and
the
stuff like
question?
that. One
So
second.
simple.
No, because if you're going down this route of
I'll give
rhetoric
you
and
10
mockery or
seconds
whatever
to
it is.
answer the question, dude. Can you answer the question I just asked you?
What question? What question?
What's the question?
I said, when did I say that in order for something to be particular, it has to actually exist? When
We
did I say
didn't.
that?
Not that you didn't. No, you didn't say that, but that's what your
You
question. Wait. Let
liar
me
from the
finish.
pit
Let
of
me
hell.
finish. Let me finish. Let me
May
finish.
Muhammad's
Let me
curses
finish.
come upon
Leave you
you
mute
when
him.
he
Leave you
cursed
mute
Allah.
him. Leave you mute him. Leave you mute him.
Okay.
It's okay. I'm not gonna curse you back. I'm not gonna curse you back. All right. You're not gonna, despite all the curses that are probably on you right now. I'm not gonna curse you back. No one is saying that this is. I want to point this out to everyone in the VC. I want everyone to listen to this very, very carefully. Every time Epiphanius points out straw man, he says, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Yeah, but just because we're arguing something that your point entails doesn't mean we're claiming you said that verbatim. So let me explain to you how what about the particular existing is what your claim entailed, even though it's not what you might have verbatim said. When you brought up unicorns due to their lack of actual existence, and you asked me to particularize them. Now, the implication of you asking that question is that I can't actually particularize it due to the fact of it not existing. Hence, it's not a straw man for me to call that out, despite you not saying that verbatim. I don't think you understand the difference between entailment of belief versus claims of belief. Just to keep saying, oh yeah, we don't believe in tritheism, we don't believe in tritheism every time Leafy says it. Yeah, he knows you don't believe in tritheism, but he's saying your belief entails tritheism. You have no idea between the distinction of entailment versus apparent claims. I'm not saying you verbatim said this and this. Neither is Leafy saying you verbatim said, I believe in three gods. He's saying your belief entails this. And just like your question about the unicorn entailed that. It's very, very simple. Your claims of strawman are very erroneous. And you can keep doing this cursing and all this rhetoric and I challenge Prophet Muhammad all you like, but you just don't understand basic identity. And please, guys, can you
Wow.
save the recordings after it's done?
Yeah, you could save the recordings on how you're getting embarrassed and you can't answer basic questions. That's
Bro, you
that's
don't,
the irony.
you don't understand
And
basic
and
philosophy, bro.
and you say I don't understand basic philosophy. Yeah, I have to ask you a simple question. When I say a tree has branches, am I describing the universality of what a tree possesses in and of itself, or a particular tree? That question wasn't answered. In fact, actually,
You're
I
describing, I
kid you
answered you.
not.
I actually
I kid
answered
you
you.
not. I kid you not. His answer was literally, well, I mean, branches, you must be describing a particular tree. And I was like, okay, what about this
No.
particular tree is so unique that it's distinguishable from other trees that also have branches? Nothing
Let
about
me
it
explain to
distinguishes
you.
this particular tree.
One
So
second. Let me
no,
explain to you.
no, I don't need you to explain it to me. I don't need you to explain it to me. You've been talking plenty while I'm muted.
He
I don't
claims I
need you
didn't
to
answer
explain
the
further
question.
where it said you're going to embarrass yourself. You just said, oh, it's a universe, a particular. I mean, you.
Okay, so I'm muting you because you're not going on point. So go ahead, explain it to him again because I think he didn't understand.
Okay.
I heard the answer.
When you
I thought it
ask
was
that
clear.
question, yeah. When you ask that question, right? A tree has roots, this kind of thing, right? I understand you're asking about the concept and stuff like that. However, because of the codependent relationship between the universal and the particular, which you seem to deny, which was like crazy, because yes, obviously the universal is defined by what the properties of the particulars, and the particulars are defined, or like whatever universal they have by the commonality of the particulars, right? But when you say a tree has roots or this kind of thing, it entails a particular instantiation of the concept of a tree, right? Because we only come to the conclusion that trees have roots based on observing trees and seeing that they have roots and seeing it's a common between them and saying it's a universal. So hence, when you ask a universal question about the trees, yes, they would have roots. It's very, very simple. I answered your question directly. Everyone heard me. I answered his question. And he's saying I didn't answer the question. I answered his question head
Okay,
on.
Did you get the answer? Did you get the answer?
So you agree that if I, you agree now, so you agree it's universal,
But did I answer your
right?
question? Did I answer your question or not? Did I answer your question or not?
Let me repeat it. So you agree it's a universal, not a particular. I'm not describing a
What's it?
particular tree.
What's it? What's it?
Oh goodness! When I say in the statement, when I say a tree has branches, you agree I'm describing the universality of what a tree is, not a. I'm not describing a
Yes.
particular
You're
tree.
asking.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
asking
Okay.
about the
The
universal,
only
but it
reason why
leads. One
I
second.
just want you, I don't, I heard the answer. I'm just clarifying it so I can laugh a little bit harder to see how you contradicted what you just said previously. You said I'm describing a particular tree earlier, but now it's a universal. That's why I
No,
Wait,
no.
gave
wait,
him
I
the
said
point.
no,
You
no.
wait,
What
can't
I
wait,
said
distinguish
wait,
the
was there's a
two.
wait,
codependent.
You
I
cannot
said there's a
distinguish the two.
codependent.
But you
I
didn't
said
argue codependency in this context. You
I,
specifically
I
said
did. I did.
you're
I said it
describing a
5 minutes
particular.
ago. I said it five
You
minutes ago. And you
said you're
laughed at it.
describing a
Everyone heard you.
particular
The recording is
tree.
there.
Then you argued that, well, concepts are contingent upon the particularities, and I said no, it's the other way around. And I gave you the example of the unicorn, not to argue in any capacity exists.
Okay, bro. So you're just like this is just like laughable, bro. Like he said it was the universal. He explained to you the codependency, and then you're just saying that he's not right. Like I don't get it, bro. Like
He does. He
like
doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that universals and particulars are retroactively defined. It's not like
yeah.
the universal exists. The universal exists, and then the particulars exist, and the particulars depend on the universal. It's not like some kind of like chronological or some kind of like what like depending on this one, and but there's no code. There is a code dependency, right? And they're retroactively defined. We retroactively define these like the concepts and define the particulars. That's why
To
I'm
be
saying
to
they're
be
codependent because none precedes the other. None precedes the other.
to be honest, suspected. Like we've been talking to this guy for like a while now, and like he's just like not worth talking to, like in my opinion, because like we explain to him basic philosophy, we explain to him what his beliefs entail, he just rejects them, says the most absurd things, and then he just curses and laughs and shit, and he doesn't
And,
actually
and,
address
and,
the
and then
point.
he gets and then he gets to nitpicking criticisms. When actually look into the criticism, he said it wrong. Like when he said the homoousia thing, because you didn't
Yeah,
actually say it, like yeah. Because I posted in the chat earlier, by the way, the distinction. I'll post it again just for anyone to see, and to like show how laughable what where is it here? To show how
but
laughable
anyway,
what Epiphanius was saying.
yeah.
Yeah, go
But
ahead.
that was funny. But like, anyway, I'm not going to talk to him anymore. I'm leaving now. I'm gonna go gym. But like, I just want to say to you, like, Epi, like, do better, bro.
What are
Like,
you
this is actually like
doing?
embarrassing. Okay, muted and banned. Like, just do better, bro. Like your arguments are weak. They've all been refuted. Like, actually look into the logical problem of the Trinity. This is something like people actually discuss and talk about, and they try and work out a way out of it. Like, there've been many proposed solutions to the logical problem of the Trinity. When you say like, oh, there is no problem, and you're trying to like skirt around the definitions, it just shows you're disingenuous. Like if what you're saying is true, why do you think other people are trying to work out solutions to it that are Christians? You know what I mean?
Like
Yeah.
yeah,
So
look, there's a difference between like for example, there's a difference between Bo Branson saying yes, there is a logical problem on the apparent, and we have to like kind of resolve it using different
resolve
ideas
it.
of
Yeah.
identity or like look into and stuff like that. And he's like, oh no, there's no problem. Yeah, all premises, all consistent, all the like that's obviously just not true. There is obviously an apparent contradiction, and we have to look at the nuances to see what like in actually whether it can be solved or not. And he just refuses to do that or refuses to acknowledge that. I should say.
Yeah, it just shows like you're disingenuous. Like that's all it shows. And then also you like to bring in like red herrings. Like you're talking about the yad of Allah and the foot of Allah being in hell. Like
I
these are
challenge
things
Prophet
that
Muhammad. Like
like you're
this is
saying like you
nonsense.
challenge Prophet Muhammad. Like what is this nonsense, bro? Like
He
stick to
said
the
that
topic.
purely for rhetorical
Like
purposes.
like
Like it's so
yeah,
clear.
like